Have you ever wondered why people treat you a certain way or why you're not making the progress you hoped for, despite your best efforts? The truth is, we all carry around small habits that fly under our radar but speak volumes to the people around us. In this video, Bad Habits You Didn't Know You Had But Everyone Notices, we're diving into the subtle, sneaky behaviors that may be silently holding you back. Habits that friends, coworkers, and even strangers pick up on, but no one ever tells you about. It's time to uncover what's been hiding in plain sight. We often hear the phrase, just be yourself, which is good advice, but only if being you doesn't offend the people around you. You might feel as if you are being yourself, but the people around you notice who you are, and while they may not say anything harsh, they are quietly offended by some of your actions. Habits can quietly impact how you are perceived by friends, family, and even strangers. There are some things that you do that are ugly, not in the physical sense. They are kinds of behaviors that slowly wear down your dignity and chip away at the respect you earned. It is not the type of behavior that is serving you, but is instead pushing people away. Most of these bad habits are fixable. The first step is just simply becoming aware of what to look out for and how to carry yourself with confidence, clarity, and grace. In this video, we will share 7 bad habits that negatively affect others' perception of you. You will realize that a few small changes can make a big difference in how others experience you and how you experience yourself. Number 1, speaking without a filter. Something curious happens to people with no filter. That inner voice that would tell you to not say that seems to get quieter and sometimes disappears altogether. You start speaking your mind more freely and thinking that you have the right to say whatever you want. That may be liberating, but the people around you begin to feel uncomfortable. There's a fine line between honesty and rudeness. If you find yourself saying things that make people pause or shift, it might be that it isn't just truth, it's being harsh and unfeeling. Sometimes the remarks are about people that you see or what someone is doing, but you begin to feel that you can be honest and say whatever you want. People who witness this rarely tell you, but they start pulling back and they don't talk to you as often. What they're trying to do is to protect themselves from your careless remarks. It doesn't mean you have to walk on eggshells, but it does mean pausing before you speak and asking yourself, is this kind? Is it helpful? Because sometimes speaking your mind is really just about releasing your frustration on someone else. When your words are wrapped in kindness, people respect you. But when it's covered in sarcasm, they tune you out. Your words have power, and you need to use them to build connection and not create distance. Number 2, wearing clothes that don't fit properly. When it comes to clothing, what is common or trending may not complement your body, and what you wear and how your clothes fit says a lot about you. While no one will come out and says it, they notice it. It's not about following trends or trying to dress like someone else. When your clothing fits well, it reflects a sense of self-respect, and the people around you admire you because it tells them that you dress not out of vanity, but dignity. Our bodies change as we get older, and we have to then dress it in a way that reflects your emotional presence and self-awareness. You may not care what people think, and convince yourself that you're comfortable and free to do what you choose, but when you are respectful of your appearance, it changes the way people respond to you. You can be aware and still proud, and even though they may not mention it, when you are dressed appropriately, they treat you with reverence because Like it or not, the way we dress is the first thing the world sees, and the first impression still matters. Number 3, interrupting and dominating conversations. We all want to be heard because we feel that our life experiences matter. In that desire to be heard, we forget that not everyone will agree. Sometimes, in that desire to share what we know or to make sure our point is clear, we forget to leave room for others. It can start subtly. You're in a conversation and someone brings up a topic you've dealt with before. You jump in, you offer a story, and start explaining what they should do, and no one else has spoken. What's tricky about this habit is that it doesn't come from a bad place. Most of the time, it's rooted in a genuine desire to help. But here is the problem. When we take up too much conversational space, we unintentionally silence the very people we care about, and they won't tell you that you're doing it. They'll keep conversations shorter. You feel the distance because people want to feel heard, not lectured. When people feel unsure, they drift slowly away. They don't call as often. It's not about saying less, it's about listening more, asking more questions than you answer, and resisting the urge to provide advice unless it's asked for. You have to learn to hold back just enough to let others express themselves, not because you don't have anything to say, but they need to feel as if what they say is important too. The more you listen, the more people trust you, and you become someone they want to talk to, not someone they need to brace themselves against. Pay attention, listen, wait for your turn to speak, and make a small shift in awareness. Because when people feel heard, they draw closer and look forward to the next conversation instead of dreading it. Number 4, ignoring modern etiquette. Things like speaking loudly on your phone when you're in the room with others, or playing a video without headphones when you are sitting in a group setting. They are small behaviors, but they can have a big impact on how others perceive you. Decades ago, people were more tolerant of loud conversations or unexpected behavior, but expectations shift, and what used to be considered harmless now makes people uncomfortable. And the tricky part is that you don't even realize you're doing it, and no one pulls your side to say, "Could you turn that down?" Instead, they'll give you a look, avoid eye contact, or move to another seat. These little breaches of what people consider common personal courtesy send a message that says, "I'm not concerned about the comfort of others." You don't chalk it up to disregard. You feel that what you do in your personal space is nobody's business but yours. However, how you behave in public spaces and how you navigate personal space, how you engage with technology is important. Modern etiquette isn't about being uptight, it's about being considerate, and says that you are engaged and aware of the impact you have on the others. And that awareness builds respect as it tells people that you are someone who adapts, someone who cares about how others feel. It will improve how people respond to you, how they see you, and their quite admiration grows, because in a world that's always rushing, someone who carries themselves with dignity stands out more than ever. Number 5, using humor in a manner that is offensive. A good sense of humor is one of the best traits you can have, as it keeps you light, keeps others comfortable, and helps ease tension in even the hardest moments. But not all humor is appreciated. Some jokes, especially the ones that once got to laugh, can quietly push people away. You might use a little sarcasm or a teasing remark or something that pokes fun at someone, and you might say it with the statement of, "I'm just messing with you, lighten up." But however funny it seems, some jokes don't come across as funny, but come across as disrespectful, and people won't tell you. They'll laugh, but they'll begin to put distance between you. It doesn't mean you have to walk on eggshells, and it doesn't mean that humor is to be limited, but you need to think twice before you default to certain types of jokes. You have to ask yourself, is this funny, or does it just put some people down? The best kind of humor is the one that is light and lifts someone's spirit. That shows you're not stuck, but evolving, building connections that enable you to laugh at yourself, and shows that you're not trying to prove anything, that you merely want to enjoy the moment. And when people see that, they will want to engage with you. That will keep the door to connection wide open. Number 6, always sharing your problems. We recognize that you have challenges, but there's a difference between needing help and defaulting to it when you don't have to. People notice that you've gotten used to sharing the most intimate details of your difficult situations. At first, it seems innocent, but when you keep doing it, it wears some people down and makes them feel uncomfortable. Many begin to feel as if they're always the one trying to fix and help solve your problems. Inside, they will begin to feel resentment and question whether you are taking advantage of their friendship. But here's the truth: people admire effort more than perfection. They'd rather see you try and struggle a little than give up altogether. Your family, friends, and even your neighbors feel proud when you show up for yourself. Then they don't feel like they're being manipulated or taken for granted. They feel honored to step in because they know it comes from a place of honesty, not habit. Maintaining your sense of control isn't about pretending you are indestructible. It's about showing up with what you can do, asking clearly for what you can't, and respecting the line between the two. It does not mean that you don't ask for help when you need it. But people respect you when you use the resources that are at your disposal to solve your own problems. They appreciate when you can stand on your own 2 feet and say, I've got this. Number 7, believing you're always right. We all have had life experiences and hard choices that we've had to make along the way. At a certain point, you feel like you've got all the answers and you know how everything is done. But when the need to be right overshadows the need to correct and connect, people stop listening. Insisting your way of doing something is the only way that makes sense. Brushing off someone else's opinion can be offensive. People might shrug it off, but being around someone who always has to be right becomes exhausting. People will avoid conversation, withhold their thoughts, and not talk with you because it's easier to stay quiet. But when being right becomes more important than being kind, it backfires. It means holding your opinion with confidence, because most people don't say aloud that the people we admire most are the ones who listen, reflect, and gently invite us to think differently. You must stop trying to win every discussion because people will stop coming to you. When you leave space for others to be heard, challenged, and uplifted, your presence becomes something to be respected and not avoided. Always take a moment to reflect gently without judgment, and allow people their right to express their views without criticism. These 7 bad habits are not things that cannot be corrected. Know that these behaviors don't make you a bad person. They're simply a blind spot that we cease to recognize. You can't pretend they don't exist, but you have to acknowledge that you can do better, as you still have the power to grow and thrive. So as you move forward, keep these signs in mind as a general checklist of ways to show up with the kind of character that leaves others feeling respected, comfortable, and inspired. It's never too late to shift how you move through the world, and how you speak, listen, joke, and interact can completely transform how you experience your place in the world. Leave a comment and share one thing that you intend to change today and how it will affect your world. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your support. This helps us to continue to create good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look to seeing you in the next video.